Happening today, Mike Donilon, former senior advisor to President Biden, is going to testify as part of the probe into the alleged cover-up of Biden's decline. This just one day after top Biden aide Steve Ricchetti reportedly told the panel that Biden was fully capable of being president even today. But a source adding, Mr. Ricchetti admitted that they all knew President Biden's age was an issue and were dealing with it as a political matter. But here's the real sentence. In preparation for the infamous debate, Steven Spielberg helped President Biden prepare for it. Michael LaRosa is a Democratic strategist and the former press secretary to Jill Biden. He joins me now. Mike, great to see you as always. I don't know, what did Steven Spielberg, a guy with a directing career who brings fiction to the big screen, really do to prepare Joe Biden for a debate, which quite frankly entails two guys standing there answering real life questions? I don't get it.
I don't either, but either Steven Spielberg failed to do a good job of producing his debate prep, or they did, because the president wasn't even looking into the camera and doing the things from a production standpoint he should have been doing to communicate with his audience. So it was a real failure in prep to sort of simulate what a debate would look and feel like for the president, because he was off in, a variety of ways.
There are E.T. and Jurassic Park jokes there. I'm going to leave them for Greg Gutfeld to make. I'm going to move on. Ricchetti telling Congress yesterday that Biden was fully capable. Did Ricchetti have the same confidence in Joe Biden behind closed doors as you witnessed this all unfold during your time in the White House?
Yeah, I mean, Steve is one of the kindest, most friendliest people in Democratic politics I've ever met, and he's a great human being, very loyal to the Bidens. He's worked with them. They trust him implicitly. But it's very clear, they drank their own Kool-Aid. They were very high on their own supply, that democracy, people were sitting around talking around democracy at home, when clearly they were very out of touch with the reality that the American people, via all of the research and polling data out there, said this guy was not up for the job, and they wanted a different choice. And the political advice the president received for 4 years about his future was just out of touch with reality.
Looking ahead to Donilon today, what do you expect him to say specifically? Are you expecting any bombshells based upon, again, what you saw during your time in the White House?
I'm not. I wouldn't expect anything very different from Steve or Ron Klain. I do think, though, that for the people who took the Fifth Amendment, the former aides, it's interesting that the people who they report to did not. So the people more senior to those taking the Fifth did not take the Fifth Amendment. And that's going to be something that the committee will have to sort of wrap their heads around and try to figure out.
That certainly is, I think, the most intriguing part of this. I'm glad you mentioned it. Finally, before we let you go, Kamala Harris says she will not run for California governor in 2026. Knowing you as you do, what do you make of this decision? And then what do you think this means for a potential re-presidential run in 2028?
Look, it was the right call. It was a good instinct because she lost 2 million votes from the 4 years earlier when President Biden won California, her home state. So she would have had, I think, some challenges to overcome, even among Democratic voters in California. I think it was the right call. I do think it means she's going to run. I fully expect her to run for president again. She's young. She's been sort of running and in political office her entire adult life. I don't expect her to sit the next election out, but I hope she's able to overcome some of her previous challenges, mainly communication, answering questions, taking declarative positions, and a degree of authenticity that only comes with accessibility, which unfortunately she was not.
Well, if she's looking for a Democrat consultant to help her with communications, I know a guy, his name, Michael LaRosa, and he got up for us early this morning. We appreciate it. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.